Chlamydia Burns, Grace Randolph, who had some very interesting things to say about the Kathleen Kennedy news. And Jesus Christ, you guys, wait till you hear this. She is about to go full on, Jacob, correct, simple grace. She's about to go full on. First soundbite is at 1 minute and 45 seconds. Here we go. Going a little early.
Always, you can ask me anything that you want for the final 10 minutes of the stream. That's right, LFG, Vitor. LFG indeed. Okay, so story number one. Boop. Kathleen Kennedy, it's been reported, is retiring. And there was much rejoicing through the land. I feel kind of bad, some people were very aggressive.
Gracie feels bad for Kathleen Kennedy. I don't feel bad for Kathleen Kennedy at all. She deserves everything that she gets. She deserves to be mocked. She deserves to be made fun of. Anyway, Grace, let's get to how bad this really, really gets, you guys. And I can't wait to see the chat's reaction to this.
I feel kind of bad, some people were very aggressive. People I know were very aggressive, and I understand where they're coming from. But, I don't know. I think don't dance on someone's grave. You can be honest about it, but let's talk about it, okay? So
let's taco about it. Let's taco about it indeed, Grace. Let's talk about it indeed. Don't dance, chat. Don't dance on Kathleen Kennedy's grave. We're not going to do that. So anyway, but you know whose grave it is okay to dance on, according to Chlamydia Burns, Grace Randolph? Do you know who it is okay to shit on? And I have this one circled in my notes. It's that bad. Let me just go. You can see it on her little thing there where her arrow is pointed. A Mr. George Lucas. Now, I'm going to be watching the chat. Wait until you hear this.
Kathy. However, I'd like to point out, everybody's awfully quick to forget that Star Wars fans are mean to everybody. They were so mean to George Lucas. They bullied him into selling off his own creation.
False.
Which I think is hilarious. There he is. Look how sad he is.
She thinks it's hilarious that George had to sell Star Wars to Disney, that George sold Star Wars to Disney. And no, he did not sell it because of the fans. That is fake news.
Which I think is hilarious. There he is. Look how sad he is. Getting $4 billion. Oh, so sad. I mean, by the way, he did a bad job too. Let's be honest. And so he left. He was like, it's not fun anymore. And he left. And so, I mean, I think that, Kathleen Kennedy likes to say it's because she's a woman, and there might be some.
George did a bad job too. George did a bad job with Star Wars as well as Kathleen Kennedy. What do you think of that, chat? One more time for those of you who in the back who missed it.
He did a bad job too. Let's be $1 million. Oh, so sad. I mean, by the way, he did a bad job too. Let's be honest. And so he left. He was like,
did you hear that, chat? She almost said he got fired. Listen to that. She almost said that George got fired.
Bad job too. Let's be honest. And so he left. He was like,
it's like she knows that she fucked up saying it. George did a bad job too. Now keep in mind, chat, she's not saying George did a bad job with the prequels. Now, I don't think he did a bad job with the prequels. I think the prequels have a lot of problems. They're by no means perfect, but they're not bad movies, especially compared to Disney Star Wars. She's saying George did a bad job too. I hear somebody say that. I think she means that she's talking about all of the work George did, everything George did for Star Wars. She says George did a bad job too. One more time.
Daddy is getting $4 billion. Oh, so sad. I mean, by the way, he did a bad job too. Let's be honest.
George Lucas did a bad job too. And I don't even need to check with the chat on this.
You just made the list.
Claiming that George Lucas did a bad job with Star Wars. I think that is definitely had a chance. That is definitely in the running for top shill of the week. Trying to downplay Kathleen Kennedy's failure because she knows she can't defend Kathleen Kennedy's record. She can't defend Kathleen Kennedy's run at Lucasfilm as president. But what she can do is she can say, well, George didn't do a good job. And George wasn't really all that good either. You know, we shit on Kathleen Kennedy, but, you know, George wasn't really all that good with the shit that he did. You know, remember the prequels? Remember Jar Jar? Remember I don't like sand, yada, yada, yada. Fuck Grace Randolph. She is a complete buffoon. And this woman is a fake fan. This is the woman who forgot, reminder, that Obi-Wan Kenobi died in A New Hope. She's a fake Star Wars fan. She probably hasn't even watched the original trilogy or the prequels in 10 years or so. She doesn't know what in the hell she is even talking about. And then she goes on to say, talking about Kathleen Kennedy possibly appearing at Star Wars Celebration in Japan. And then she's saying, and she's like begging people, or she's telling fans not to boo Kathleen Kennedy.
Longer. And I wonder if she'll even be at Star Wars Celebration because she's probably going to get booed. And I think she does not want to get booed. She didn't get booed when she presented Harrison Ford his Disney Legends Award. So, I don't know. I mean, if she's leaving, don't boo her. Please don't boo Kathleen. I don't know. She was pretty aggressive herself. I think she did start the fight. Okay. All right, so let's talk about...
Don't boo Kathleen. Well, she did start the fight. She did start the fight with the fans, but don't boo Kathleen. Can I get some boo? Yes, can I get some boos in the chat for Kathleen Kennedy? Boo Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think she's going to get booed in Japan, unfortunately. I think if it was in the United States, she would, but I doubt she's going to get booed in Japan. But hopefully if she shows up, she does. That would be hilarious, and just to watch the shills cry about it. But at the end of the day, I don't think she's going to get booed. Now, there was another thing that she started talking about. I just want to throw it. I didn't put a timestamp on it. She goes in to talk about the Acolyte, and then she talks about how it was unfair of people to bring up Harvey Weinstein with Leslie Headland. I think I got it here. I got the era, so I might have to cut through some of the fat real quick to get to the meat of what she's saying.
So exciting. And yeah, the idea of twins, really great building blocks here. But once they got past...
Reminder, Grace loved the Acolytes. It's Grace simped hard for Kennedy, and she shit all over George Lucas. I mean, imagine saying that George Lucas, just to try and get people to forgive Kathleen Kennedy or make Kathleen Kennedy not seem as bad, we gotta shit all over George Lucas. So I want to get to this. Harvey Weinstein thing because she gets triggered by someone in her chat mentioning Harvey Weinstein and Leslie Headland.
Episode 5, this thing fell apart. And she really threw the...
So I'm going to try and find it.
Which, again...
And reminder, Grace loved the Acolyte until I believe it was like episode 7. She defended the show every week, getting ratioed every week in defense of that show.
Like, that's really bad, right, Kari? Trinity, a female... Alistair, I don't...
This is it right here.
So,
this is it.
Alistair, I don't... I think the Harvey Weinstein... correlation is, obviously something that would be disturbing, particularly how his assistants were involved in a lot of the horrible things that he did. But we don't know for sure. And I just want to point out to you that I do feel it's a little bit uncool to always say that it's to only bring it up with this person when so many people worked with Harvey Weinstein very closely. And either they didn't know. She
worked very, very closely with him. But, it's not fair. It's not fair to bring it up, because the people that bring up Leslie and Harvey, like, they also bring up other people. But, you don't want to bring up, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up, you guys. If you're going to bring it up, so if you bring it up, then that means you got to bring up everyone else that he was affiliated with. No. It's very, like, she was his personal assistant. Not everybody was his personal assistant. Not everybody was sitting outside of his office when this shit was going on.
When so many people worked with Harvey Weinstein very closely, and either they didn't know or they also looked away. And so I think if you're going to
Exactly. Hedlund scheduled the casting couch interviews. I mean, that's a little bit more. That's a little bit closer than the average employee he had.
call people out for working with Harvey Weinstein, I think you need to be consistent. I don't know why, it's something I really want to point out, and I do agree with, I think we have to really focus on innocent until proven guilty. Right?
Unless it's somebody you hate, right? Great. Unless it's somebody you hate. If it was Mel Gibson, guilty. If it was Elon Musk, could you imagine if a picture of Elon Musk with Harvey Weinstein surfaced, or something, or Trump, or anyone? Let's say Elon. Imagine a photo of Elon Musk in the same room as Weinstein surfaced. These people would be all over it. And he's associated with, we're not going to get into it, but imagine it's, these people say that, but then when it's someone that they hate that's caught in the crosshairs, then it's guilty until proven innocent. It's funny how that works with these people in it. Anyway, that is Chlamydia Burns, Grace Randolph. What do you think, Chad? I think she is guaranteed in for the George Lucas did a bad job with Star Wars I think that's enough to win tonight, honestly. But we got a few more we need to get to, and one more with regards to the Kathleen Kennedy news. And I think you all have a good idea who that is.
Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, coming back with another reaction.
And damn it, I didn't have it ready yet. Where the hell's Ku Klux Katarn? There he is. There's Ku Klux Katarn, and he's got the Kathleen Kennedy brushing dirt off her shoulder clip and everything. He's just playing that over and over again. So Kyle Katarn and the Bendu, they love Kathleen Kennedy. Remember, Kyle Katarn, can I find that picture? Let me see if I can find that picture real quick. Kyle Katarn went up to the lady at Galaxy's Edge who looked like Kathleen Kennedy and thought it was her and took a picture with her. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just going to do a Google image search. Yep, here it is. I found it. No, I'm not a robot. God damn it. Hang on. Okay, I'm just going to have to show it on this screen. There it is. So as you can see, Kyle Katarn loves Kathleen Kennedy, that he went up to a woman who kind of looked like her at Galaxy's Edge. Said, "Can I get a picture with you? I'm a big fan of Kathleen Kennedy." Yeah, this was Kyle Katarn's reaction when he thought he saw Kathleen Kennedy.
Wait, what?
I need a picture. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, so Kyle Katarn and the Bendu defending Kathleen Kennedy.
Very, very long time, but we eventually...
Story broke on Puck.com and has since been picked up by the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have never had any sort of beef with Kathleen Kennedy in any sort of way.
Sure.
She's been...
Of course not. She signed your guys' paychecks. Why would you have a beef with her? Fucking shills.
The more
Why would you? Why would you? Honestly?
Exactly, Katarn. Why would you? She signed your paycheck.
A lot of the internet does. But, like, the more I see random, like, horror movies and random little short series on various streaming services, like, I'm always really surprised when I see her name pop up. I'm like, wow, you would have this, you would have a little foot in the door in this weird alien.
This is like another big defense that I'm hearing of her from these hardcore Disney shows. She worked on Jurassic Park. She worked on all these great movies. She worked on Hook. She worked on all these movies you love. Yeah, she had nothing to do with it. She got Steven Spielberg his coffee. That's all she did. But her name is attached to other movies, which means that if Kathleen Kennedy wasn't there, guys, can you imagine this? Imagine what Jurassic Park would have been if Kathleen Kennedy was there. It probably would have been awful, wouldn't it?
You know her name? You see her name everywhere.
Okay, so the second clip is at 1920.
Shout out to him for this fantastic image. She's definitely earned a retirement. She's been in this business a long time, 13 years at the head of Lucasfilm. Like, I wish her all the best, honestly. If she wants to step down, That's completely her choice. I think that a lot of people are going to be celebrating this decision, and I think a lot of those people don't really know what it is that she does for a living or what her role is in the actual, like, I don't know. But the big question now is who's going to replace her? Who's going to fill that?
Nobody cares because it doesn't matter. Yes, she did a great job. We don't know what she did. She played a huge part in ruining Star Wars. She came in as president of Disney Lucasfilm and wanted to turn Star Wars into a girl brand. Shoved Rey down our throats, shoved all the other Forces female bullshit. You guys know the picture. Fucking tried to turn Star Wars into a girl brand, and it has never recovered from it.